So now, you might have heard of the film Snakes on a Plane, but what would you do if it came true on your flight? Well, it did for passengers on one EasyJet flight.
When you think about flying, you probably imagine packed cabins, the hum of the engines, or perhaps a mid-flight snack. However, there are moments that are far stranger than anything we expect from the friendly skies. Passengers, crew, and even pilots have captured bizarre and unsettling events on camera during flights. From mysterious creatures appearing mid-air to terrifying discoveries on the ground, these are the moments you won't believe were caught on camera. In this video, we'll show you 5 of the most shocking and bizarre things passengers have captured during their flights. 1. Bat in the cabin. On a routine flight from Delhi to Newark, the passengers settled in as usual. But about 30 minutes after takeoff, the calm atmosphere was shattered when a passenger pointed up and noticed something bizarre: a bat flying unsteadily above their heads. The crew was initially stunned by the sight, but it quickly became clear that this wasn't just an unusual sight. It was a health risk. Bats can carry diseases like rabies, and in a confined space like a commercial airliner, it was a serious concern. The captain decided to make the immediate call to turn the flight back to Delhi. While some passengers were frustrated by the delay, many others appreciated the decision. The mystery surrounding how the bat got on board spread quickly, with theories ranging from it hiding inside the plane before the doors were sealed to slipping in through the cargo hold. Regardless of how it got there, the incident quickly became one of the strangest events ever recorded during a commercial flight. 2. Air Asia flight, snake in the aircraft. On an Air Asia flight from Kuala Lumpur to Tawa, Malaysia, everything seemed like a typical flight until something chilling appeared under the cabin lights. A snake, calmly resting beneath the lights, was spotted by a passenger. The snake was hardly moving, yet its presence inside a sealed aircraft was enough to freeze the entire cabin in shock. For many, snakes are a terrifying sight, and seeing one on a plane was something no one ever expects. The flight crew acted quickly, alerting the captain and immediately diverting the flight for safety precautions. But how did the snake get on board? Was it smuggled in someone's luggage, or did it somehow make its way onto the plane unnoticed? What made this incident even more unsettling was that the snake wasn't active. It was simply lying still. The questions surrounding how such a dangerous creature found its way into an airplane's cabin without anyone noticing have left many passengers and experts baffled. This event only emphasizes how unexpected things can happen at 30,000 feet. 3. Unusual shape. Over Poland, suspended mystery.
The pilot then points his camera phone out of the cockpit window, and watch this as he zooms in. A metallic-looking object, a polyhedron of some sort, whizzes by in a straight line. We slow it down and zoom in further. You can see it kind of looks like a cube.
While flying over Poland, a passenger noticed something strange outside the plane window. At first glance, it appeared to be part of the cloud formation, but as the passenger kept watching, it didn't feel right. The shape appeared to be much larger than any aircraft and remained perfectly still, almost as if it were suspended in the sky. The object blended in with the clouds but was noticeable enough to catch attention. Some described it as a giant cloud star, faint but sharply defined, and its stillness at high altitude was what disturbed everyone. The passenger filming the object began to wonder if this was something more than a natural phenomenon. Could it have been an advanced piece of technology far beyond what commercial aviation is capable of? Or was it just an incredibly rare atmospheric phenomenon? When the video made its way online, it sparked debate, but no official explanation ever surfaced, leaving it as one of aviation's unsolved mysteries. The silence surrounding it only added to the eerie atmosphere, making it one of the most unsettling moments recorded during a flight. 4. Marcus Hill's night flight. Fur on the wing. On a night flight at cruising altitude, Marcus Hill looked out the window, hoping to pass the time. However, what he saw made him question his own eyes. Right on the wing, close to the outer edge, was a strange, dark shape pressed against the metal. At first, Marcus thought it was just a reflection or perhaps a piece of ice or damage to the plane's surface. But when he looked again, the shape didn't disappear. It appeared to be a dark, furry animal, crouched tightly on the wing. The most bizarre part was the raised structure he noticed. 2 ear-like shapes standing up. Marcus's mind raced. Was this even possible? At such high altitudes, no living creature could survive the cold, wind, and pressure. Was he seeing things, or had something truly impossible happened? When the story surfaced online, many were equally stunned. Could an animal have somehow survived on the wing? The question of what exactly Marcus had witnessed still lingers, making it one of the most bizarre moments ever caught on a flight. 5. Daniel Moreno's raccoon on the wing.
Mayday, mayday, there's a damn raccoon on board.
At this point, you become Jungle Airlines?
This is not a drill tower. That raccoon looks dangerous.
I mean, it can't harm anyone if it's literally on the plane's wings.
While preparing for takeoff on a flight, Daniel Moreno casually glanced out the window to pass the time. What he saw left him speechless. A raccoon, of all things, was sitting comfortably on the outer edge of the aircraft's wing. It wasn't running or flailing about. It seemed completely calm, just resting on the wing. Daniel initially thought it was a trick of the light, but the raccoon turned its head and locked eyes with him, confirming it was real. Raccoons are notorious for being highly adaptable and often find their way into places like airport landing gear compartments, where they can sneak in unnoticed. But seeing one on the wing of an aircraft about to take off was something out of the ordinary. The sheer impossibility of the situation made Daniel question how it even got there. After notifying the crew, the plane was held on the runway and airport staff carefully handled the raccoon. While amusing, this incident also left people questioning how such an event could happen in the controlled environment of modern aviation. 6. Ryan Caldwell's airport encounter, unidentified figure.
In this scary video, we see some creature on the wing of a plane. This is definitely something you don't want to see when flying. Scary indeed.
Ryan Caldwell, a ground operations technician, was working the night shift at an airport when he noticed something unusual at the edge of his vision. At first, he thought it was just a maintenance vehicle or a worker who had wandered into a restricted area. But the shape that caught his attention was far larger and stranger than any vehicle or human he had seen before. It was tall, with long limbs, and moved slowly but steadily across the airport grounds. The figure didn't react to the runway lights or the noise of the jet engines. It didn't run or stop. It simply passed through, as though it was oblivious to the world around it. Ryan took out his phone and recorded the moment, thinking that he might be mistaken, but the footage clearly showed the figure moving across the grounds. When he reviewed the video later, he realized how odd the entire event had been. No one could explain what he had witnessed. Even more eerie were the small anomalies that followed, flickering runway lights and sensors detecting an obstruction that quickly cleared. For Ryan, the strange figure remains one of the most unsettling moments in his career. 7. Flight from Guadalajara to Mexico City, swarm of mosquitoes. Imagine boarding a flight, excited to reach your destination, only to find that something unexpected is buzzing around the cabin. On a flight from Guadalajara to Mexico City, passengers were met with a disturbing surprise: a swarm of mosquitoes. It wasn't just a few. There was a large number of them flying around, landing on seats, arms, and even the ceiling. The cabin, sealed and enclosed, suddenly felt like an uncomfortable and unsafe place. Mosquitoes are notorious for carrying diseases, and passengers immediately began to panic as the insects swarmed. The flight crew responded quickly, with flight attendants using insect spray in an attempt to control the situation. The discomfort turned into real concern as passengers worried about how the mosquitoes had made their way onto the plane. Could they have come from the luggage or from the airport gate area? The flight was delayed by hours as the issue was addressed, making the wait even more uncomfortable. Passengers questioned how such a situation could even happen in the modern era of air travel. The incident was later shared online, sparking heated debate about the challenges of controlling the environment inside an aircraft. 8. Airbus A320. Over Medellin, Colombia, the cube in the sky. While cruising over Medellin, Colombia, the crew of an Airbus. A 320 was caught off guard by an unusual sight in the sky. At first, they thought it was just another reflective object or a bird, but as it drew closer, the shape became clearer and much more unsettling. The object appeared to be a dark cube, moving smoothly and silently parallel to the aircraft. The cube's edges were sharply defined, and it moved with no visible wings or propulsion system. The pilots were confused. They had never seen anything like it. The cube was about 30 to 50 feet wide, far too large to be a bird, a drone, or any other object typically encountered in the air. What troubled the crew the most was its silence. There was no sound, no signal, no change in direction. It was as if the object was gliding with purpose, without a care for the rules of flight. After the flight, experts speculated that it could have been some form of advanced aerial technology, but the lack of official explanation only fueled speculation. Was it a drone, a secret military device, or something completely unknown? 9. Flight attendants' UFO sighting, the streak in the sky.
Viewing the meteor shower from an airplane. This was so crazy to see.
On a night flight at 33,000 feet, a flight attendant had an experience that would stay with her forever. The aircraft was cruising smoothly when, out of nowhere, the sky outside the cabin lit up. A bright streak shot across the sky at an incredible speed, leaving behind a trail of light. The flight attendant quickly reached for her phone and managed to capture a video of the glowing streak before it vanished. From the altitude at which she was, the sight was both beautiful and terrifying, resembling a meteor tearing through the night sky. However, what was puzzling about the object was its movement. It didn't appear to behave like any known meteor or satellite. The object moved too deliberately, almost as if it were under control. The mystery deepened when the video was shared online, sparking intense discussion. Some viewers speculated it was a rare natural phenomenon, while others believed it might have been an unidentified flying object, UFO. The lack of explanation for the sighting only added to its intrigue. It served as a stark reminder that even in the age of satellite surveillance, there are things in the sky that remain beyond our understanding. 10. Chicago to New Jersey, shattered window mid-flight.
Copy emergency descent, set mask on.
Throttle's idle, speed brakes on.
Reaching oxygen. Masks down.
Got it.
Imagine the terror of hearing a loud, explosive bang while in the air. That's exactly what passengers on a flight from Chicago to New Jersey experienced when, about 30 minutes after takeoff, a loud noise reverberated through the cabin. The sound came from one of the plane's windows, which had shattered mid-flight. In the chaotic moments that followed, passengers scrambled to make sense of what had just happened. The loud bang was accompanied by the sight of the shattered window, and it became clear that the integrity of the cabin had been compromised. Luckily, the crew remained calm and immediately diverted the flight to Cleveland for an emergency landing. Despite the initial shock and panic, no passengers were injured and the plane landed safely. The incident raised questions about the strength of aircraft windows, pressure variations at high altitudes, and what could have caused such an event. Some speculated that the window was damaged during the pre-flight checks, while others wondered if the extreme pressures of high-altitude flight had caused the glass to fail. Whatever the cause, it was a harrowing moment for all on board, one that left passengers with an unforgettable experience and a deeper understanding of the fragility of air travel. 11. Mexico City International Airport, the shadow in the plane.
Pero vio algo, escuchó algo.
No vi nada, pero sentí los pasos.
No, pero pues tan mal no sentirme nada.
It was late at night when a security officer at Mexico City International Airport heard strange noises coming from a parked aircraft. Assuming it was just an animal or a maintenance issue, he went to investigate. As he entered the dark cabin, his flashlight scanned over the rows of seats. Everything appeared normal at first. The plane was empty, or so he thought. But then, from the far side of the aisle, he saw it. A faint shadow, barely visible. The figure was human-shaped, but without any clear details. It moved quickly, disappearing into the shadows before the officer could get a better look. The officer immediately left the plane, feeling uneasy about what he had just witnessed. His instincts told him that it was something more than just a trick of the light. Despite follow-up inspections, no one could explain the shadowy figure. Some suggested it could have been a reflection, or perhaps the result of exhaustion. Others believed it was something paranormal, something linked to the deep history and energy of the airport. Either way, the security officer's encounter remains an unsettling mystery, one that taps into the human fear of the unknown. 12. Hidden giant, helicopter spots, massive snake in the rainforest canopy. While flying over the rainforest during a rainstorm, a helicopter camera captured an awe-inspiring sight hidden deep within the jungle canopy. Amid the dense greenery and the misty rainfall, a massive snake was spotted, coiled and camouflaged perfectly among the branches. The size of the creature was almost incomprehensible. It seemed to stretch endlessly, far larger than any snake one might expect to encounter. As the camera zoomed in, it became clear that this was no ordinary serpent. With its thick body and impressive length, it was a giant of nature, an ancient creature that had remained hidden from the human eye for years, if not centuries. The footage was raw, unfiltered, and utterly mesmerizing. Nature had revealed one of its giants, caught in a rare and unforgettable moment. For those lucky enough to witness it, the scene was a reminder of the wild mysteries still lurking in the world's most remote and untamed places. This discovery left viewers in stunned silence, questioning how much more the rainforest holds, hidden and waiting to be discovered. 13. Giant shark-like creature on an Australian beach. On a quiet day in Australia, a massive creature washed up on the beach, sparking confusion and curiosity among locals and tourists. The creature's size was simply overwhelming, estimated to be nearly 60 feet long, far larger than any shark typically seen near shore. Its skin was thick and rough, unlike any marine species usually found in the area. The creature's features were unlike anything marine biologists had recorded, and the mystery of its origin sparked a frenzy. As researchers arrived to examine the creature, they couldn't immediately identify the species. The creature's appearance was so strange that some believed it could be the remains of a prehistoric species thought to be extinct. Images and videos of the creature went viral, with people from around the world speculating on what it might be. Was it a rare and undiscovered species? Or something that had been hiding in the deep sea for centuries? The lack of a definitive explanation only fueled the speculation, with many questioning what other unknown creatures might be lurking beneath the ocean's surface, unseen and unexplored by humans. 14. Giant octopus rescue at sea.
She got a call from the ranger at Bayview State Park in Mount Vernon last Wednesday about an octopus stranded on the beach.
In a remarkable rescue at sea, a crew noticed a massive shape drifting in the water. At first, they assumed it was just debris or a dead animal, but as they got closer, they realized it was something much more incredible: a giant octopus, alive but severely exhausted. The creature was tangled in marine debris, including ropes, plastic, and fishing nets, which had become tightly wrapped around its massive tentacles. The octopus was unable to free itself, and it seemed to be barely holding on. The crew quickly sprang into action, carefully lifting the creature onto their ship's deck. They used a helicopter and nets to help lift it without causing further harm. As the team removed the debris, the true size of the octopus became clear. Its thick tentacles stretched across the deck, dwarfing the crew members. Experts later identified the octopus as a giant Pacific octopus, one of the largest known species. After some time, the octopus began to show signs of recovery, regaining its strength and mobility. Once it was deemed safe, the crew released the octopus back into the ocean. The rescue highlighted the impact of pollution on marine life, with the octopus serving as a symbol of the many creatures suffering in the world's polluted oceans. 15. Antarctica, the crocodile-like creature on the ice.
Here at Colorado Gators, we found an alligator that was actually frozen under the ice. Now, some people are going to freak out about this. Oh no, the alligator is frozen, it's dead, it's not going to survive. All right.
Antarctica, known for its freezing temperatures and icy landscapes, has always been a place of mystery and intrigue. So when a team of military personnel stationed in the region captured footage of a strange creature, the entire survey team was stunned. At first glance, it looked like a polar bear, but something was off. The creature's body was elongated, and it moved across the ice in a way that reminded the team more of a crocodile than a bear. Its skin appeared thick and reptilian, designed to survive in the harshest environments. The footage raised numerous questions. How could such a creature survive in Antarctica? Was it an undiscovered species, perhaps adapted to the extreme cold? Some theorized it could be a mutation of an existing species, while others speculated it was an ancient creature that had survived in the region for millions of years. The military team quickly shared the footage, but as more experts analyzed the video, no one could come to a definitive conclusion. The mysterious creature remains one of the most perplexing sightings in the icy depths of Antarctica, adding to the many mysteries of the frozen continent. These unforgettable moments remind us how unpredictable and awe-inspiring air travel can be. If you've ever witnessed something strange or mysterious on a flight, share your story in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.